Okay, I'll share my screen. Kindly let me know once you're able to see the presentation.
Yes, Prabhuji, we are able to look at it.
We are able to see.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji, for confirming. Yeah, I'll put the laser also. Yeah. So I guess, yes, all the old participants are there. Hare Krishna Ganga Mataji. Ayush Prabhu, some new members have joined today. Hare Krishna Ayush Prabhu. Okay. Mataji, have already joined and you're saying you won't be able to join. Okay, let's see. So we'll start with today's session. Okay, no issues, Mataji. Okay, so somebody. Okay, sure, Mataji, no problem. So ISKCON Seshadripuram presents Gita Gyan. So this is one special workshop which we are having, and today workshop name is Japa workshop. So benefit of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And today we are on the day 1. So this session has been divided into 2 parts. So today we'll be conducting day 1 and tomorrow we'll be conducting day 2. So with that, we can start our program. So we'll take the blessing of the deities of ISKCON Seshadripuram, Bangalore, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Mai, Sudarshan Bhagwan ki jai. निताय गौर भगवान की जय, परशुराम भगवान की जय, वामनदेव भगवान की जय, पंचतत्व भगवान की जय. We'll take the blessings and we'll start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnanajana-shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका सौम्निति नामिने नमाचार्य पदाय निताय कृपपदायिनी गौरकथादामदय नगरगरामतारिणी मुखं करोति वाचलं पंगुलन्ते गिरिं यत्कृपातहम् अहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्. Hare Krishna. So welcome once again. So we do the prayers so that we are able to invoke the mercy of the Lord, and then we'll be able to understand the importance of the subject. So this program is dedicated to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So because of Srila Prabhupada only, we got to know what we need to chant and how to chant. So we are very grateful, and we'll seek the praise from Srila Prabhupada, and today we'll start with our session. Okay. Okay, before we start, can somebody please confirm there is no disturbance from my background because a lot of noises I'm able to hear. So is my voice clear or like you're able to hear the background noises also? Otherwise, I'll close the door. Can somebody please confirm?
Your voice is clear.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay.
Your voice
So,
is clear properly.
okay. Thank you, Mataji, for confirming Prabhuji's. So this story is we go back to Mahabharat. And can somebody say during Mahabharat which yuga was going on? Any answers?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dwapar Yuga.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you for the answer. Yes. So what happened? This is the story of a Dwapar Yuga. During the end of the Dwapar Yuga or the post Mahabharata war, when everything was over, so what happened? King Yudhishthira was ruling the entire planet. And if you see, generally a king when he's ruling the nation, so what happened daily, the general peoples will be coming to him with their lot of problems, and the kings used to solve those problems. So what happened during those time, so every day there are a lot of people used to come. So Bhima thought I should also help my elder brother King Yudhishthira, because every time he's doing this seva and he is not having any time. So what happened? This Bhima decided I'll help those people from next day, tomorrow onwards. Whoever will be coming, they need to meet me first, and then they will go and meet to King Yudhishthira. If I'm not able to solve the problem, then only it will be going to King Yudhishthira. So people used to come with a varieties of problems and says they are, because the king at those time used to having this intelligence, and through all those things they used to solve the people's problems. So one day, like from the next day, Bhima, when he thought like I'll be there in this kingdom and will try to solve the problems. So what happens, this Bhima actually, when he was just before this kingdom, he was there, and sudden, uh, what happened, a particular day a very different kind of problem actually came. So usually people will be coming with a different kinds of problems, and like they will be able to solve. And this Yudhishthira, this Bhima thought like, okay, if generally at those days, sometime oxes will be there stuck in the fields or something will be happening. So Bhima thought like, if this all problems I can solve, why to travel my elder brother? So what happened, a particular day, the next day only, when Vima thought like I'll be looking, so some people came with a problem which will actually form the basis for our today's discussion. So today's what we are about to discuss is been taking about this is a real story about the post Mahabharat, and the person who came and asked the Bhima questions. So for that questions, today's we'll be discussing. That is the basis for today's discussion. We'll start and let's see what were those questions which the people were asking Bhima. Okay, the first question, it goes. So a gentleman came and he's asked, I want to meet King Yudhishthira. And he said, well, the Bhima asked, why do you want to meet King Yudhishthira? And he said, I want to meet King Yudhishthira because I have a problem. So, okay, you tell me the problem. You can tell me your problem and I'll be able to solve your problem. He said, okay. So this gentleman told, actually, if you see in the olden days, they used to have a farming. Farming was the basic thing was then. So he's saying, I have done my farming and the land is being protected by the fence. You can see a boundary. So they used to have this boundary during their farms, such that others, animals and all, those are not able to come and destroy the crops. So this gentleman came and he's asking, actually, the fence which I have put in beside my crops or the land to protect, actually that fence should be protecting, or the boundary which I have put there, it should be protecting. But what is happening? The fence is itself is eating the crops. And this Bhima was like very bewildered, and he said, how is it possible, like you are saying the boundary or the fence which you have done that is eating the crops, it's not possible actually. The Bhima said, no, it's that's what the problem is there. If you're able to solve, that's the reason we have came to King Yudhishthira Maharaj. Then Bhima says, boss, look, it's very difficult to answer your question, and I guess I won't be able to answer this such a brilliant question, or this IQ is there. I guess you need to go to King Yudhishthira Maharaj, and then only he will be only able to solve this problem which you is having. And then that person went inside to meet King Yudhishthir. And as Bhima was thinking, means from today onwards, I am on the job. And what happened? The very first ball only I was clean bowled. I was not able to answer. What King Yudhishthir will be thinking that you are not able to solve this problem also. As soon he was discussion was going in his mind, another person came and he asked a different question. He asked, you can see the pictures. This gentleman asked and said, I have a problem. He said, okay, you also tell me your problem. Then he said, the problem is that when I take a glass and a jug, so he gave this example. What is next? You tell me. He's saying, this jug, if you see, this jug is full of water actually. And I put this water into different 4 glasses into equal amount, and none of the water is getting spilled on the ground. But what is happening? I'm able to fill these glasses, but the same glasses, when I'm putting back the water into this jug, I'm not able to fill this jug. And then this Bhima said, is it possible you're selling this glass is not filling up the jug? It might be, surely you would have like the water might have gotten spilled on the ground. It's not possible that like you are without spilling that it won't be filled. This person said, no, Bhima, this is the problem is there. That's the reason I'm saying I haven't spilled any of the drop of water also. But when I'm putting, I say, no, Bhima said, no, I'm drinking the water. I can show you. Then this person said, can you show me? I said, yeah, I can show you. I'll bring this water. And Janu said, okay, if you're saying so confidently, and then please proceed. This also intelligence question I can't solve. Only elder brother Dhitra, Yudhishthir can solve. And then again, Bhima sat down and saying, second ball also bowled down. Like, what? I don't know what is happening today. People are coming and asking this kind of question, this IQ question. I thought like people will be having some physical kind of problem. I'll be able to help. Why to travel Yudhishthir? Bhaiya. So then, as he was thinking, a third gentleman came and he posed a different question. And it was also similar kind of IQ only. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj was bewildered. He was not able to, this Bhima was bewildered and he was not able to understand. And this third question, which the gentleman asked, he said, when this is, if you see, this is a needle. So when you take a needle, and he was saying, when I'm taking a needle, the whole elephant is passing through the eye of the needle. And what is when the whole body of the elephant is able to pass through this eye of the needle. But what is happening, Bhima, the tail of the elephant is getting stuck. And then the Bhima thought, like, is it possible, like through the eye of the needle, this elephant will be able to pass? And you are saying that, though if it has passed, and then the whole elephant is able to pass, and this magnificent body elephant has, and the tail which is there, it is so tiny, and you are saying that tiny tail is not able to pass. Yeah, I said, yeah, I can show you that the elephant is outside only. I tried the whole elephant passed inside through a eye of the needle. The elephant body is passing, but what is happening, the tail is getting stuck. And this Bhima started saying, what is happening today, whose face I have washed and today, and I woke up. This is again question which is out of my reach. You do one thing, you again go inside, Yudhishthir Maharaj will be only able to solve this problem. And this Bhima was like totally devastated and saying, on the day job only, I'm not able to answer this kind of question. What do you, the Sir Maharaj will be thinking? As he was thinking, actually, fourth gentleman came. And fourth gentleman came, and then he asked one question. And then he said, in our neighborhood, for the people benefit, we are deploying a road is there. We are deploying this road. And while deploying a road, actually, there is a big mountain is there on the between of the road. And what happened? So Bhima said, okay, that's the problem. Yes, I can do it. And then this gentleman told, no, that's not the problem. Then he said, no.
fridge
Okay, I'll mute. Yeah. So then he said, no, this is not the problem. So the problem is the people are not able to move this mountain and it's blocking our road. We can't make the road. So say, oh, this is very simple. Only we need to remove this one. We have brought big elephants, but still we are not able to move this mountain. I said, this is like my tiny hand job. I can do like that only. So then this gentleman said, no, this is not a problem. The problem is what happened when we were very amazed. We used all our forces, but we were not able to do. Suddenly one person who is our neighbor, what he did, he took just a tiny rope, tiny thread of rope, and he just tied the mountain with this tiny rope. And this gentleman, he is able to pull this control mountain, and then the mountain was shaking, and this stones were coming out, and ultimately what happened, this mountain got away. And then Bhima was saying, boss, what is happening? I'm not aware of that. So this is also like it looks like this is beyond my reach. Only you also please go inside. Yudhishthir Maharaj only can help. Yudhishthir Bhaiya can only help. It's very difficult. What kind of questions from morning everyone is coming and asking me this IQ question. I'm not able to solve what is there. So this Bhima was extremely bewildered. And when this four gentlemen inside, after some time, this Bhima actually was bewildered, and he was thinking, what is happening? Over this four-person have went, and I'm waiting, and none of the person is coming. And this neither of this four-person, it's been quite some time, and maybe King Yudhishthir Maharaj is also not able to resolve this problem. What will happen? So then with this curiosity, he thought, okay, let me go and tell my elder Bhratashri also that I was not able to solve, and let me see what is happening. And then actually what happened when this yeah, Bhima went inside to see, he went and asked Yudhishthir Maharaj, Yudhishthir Bhratashri, where are those four peoples? So Yudhishthir Maharaj said, which four peoples you are talking about? He said, actually, there were four, this gentleman came, and he said, which gentleman? I didn't saw any gentleman coming and asking me question. It's from there, it's empty only. And this Bhima said, he was quite amazed, like what happened? And then said like this were four question was there, I was not able to answer, so that's the reason I sent inside. And they are not here, you are saying. I said, no, okay. Then Yudhishthir Maharaj said, okay, can you tell me what were those questions? So then Bhima explained. This first gentleman came and he asked, I have grown a crop here. And then he said, he explained all these four questions and said the fences is eating the crops. And the second we say, the same water we have taken, we are able to fill a different kind of glasses, but the same when we are pouring it opposite side, the glass is not able to fill this jug. And the whole body of the elephant is able to pass through the eye of a needle, but the tail is getting stuck. And that fourth problem, he says. Then King Yudhishthir started laughing, and King Yudhishthir started laughing, and then he said, then Bhima asked, Bhradashri, why are you laughing actually? Did I said anything wrong or something is there? Then he said, and then after laughing, then he understood who have entered. He said, this was a message was there, and he said, yeah, I'm now able to understand. Kali Yuga has entered to our kingdom. And then Bhima said, what? Who is Kali Yuga? And saying this Yuga where it is there, this Dwapar Yuga is about to end actually, and now Kali Yuga is time is about to begin. So this, the four person or the four question you have seen, he have just entered into our kingdom, and then he is asking this question. So then what happened, Bhima couldn't understand, and he asked, can you just please let me explain what is this all things is there. Then he said, these are the symptoms of Kali Yugas are there, which is about to happen. The people of the Kali Yuga will be facing these kinds of problems will be there. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj told to Bhima, the first question which was posed to you, you saw this, the crops was grown, but the barricade or the fence which was grown here to protect the crowds, what will happen in the Kali Yuga, the same government will be formed and the people should be protected by this government, but the government will be not given this protection. What will happen, this government will be exploiting the peoples only. So that's what it is happening nowadays also. If you see, when we go to this government and all, they are not able to help. Then Bhima said, okay, And what about the second one? Second question. Then he said, in Kali Yuga, you will be able to see as this jug is able to fill these 4 glasses, but the 4 glasses is not able to fill this jug. That means during the times of Kali Yuga, what will happen? A single parent will be able to nourish, able to take care of 4 childrens, but these 4 childrens, when the parents grows old, they won't be able to take care of them. And then he said, oh, that's very interesting. And then the third, he said, what about this third problem? He said in the Kali Yuga, what will happen? Usually there will be so much of crimes will be happening, so much of loots will be happening, so much of things will be happening, corruption will be there. What will happen? The bigger people who is doing the corruption, or the bigger pawns who will be there who is doing this corruption, actually they will be able to get rid away from this problems. But what will happening? The small thief or the small theft who is involved in that will be getting caught. This way, that's why you're able to see nowadays also so many big politicians or so many big peoples are there. They are doing so many things, but they are not put it behind the bars and all. But what is happening for the small petty issues, or small people are put it behind the bars, they are getting. So that's what he's saying, as thus elephant, a small tail is getting stuck there. So all this is, these are the symptoms of Kali Yuga, which is about to come. And this is a symptoms is there. The Lord is inviting us, as Kali Yuga has said, that I have entered your kingdom is there. And then Bhima said, oh, I didn't thought that way. No. So what about one more problem was there? One more question was there. It is there. Then Bhima said, this one was also there. Yeah, I understood. So that is there. Then Yudhishthir Maharaj said, so this first problem about this fence eating the crops, or the jug is not a jug is the glass is not able to fill this jug, and this the tail is getting caught in the eye of the needle, and the body is getting surpassed. So saying these are the 3 problems are there. They say Kali Yuga might be having lot of sentence, lot of people will be committing so many sinful activities in Kali Yuga. This kind of problems will be there. There will be so many problems will be there, but there is one good thing about Kali Yuga is there. Then Bhima said, okay, so there is something, any good thing about also Kali Yuga? I said, yes, Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir Maharaj said, yes, Bhima, there is one good thing about Kali Yuga is also, though there are so many oceans of miseries will be there, people will be committing so many oceans of sinful activities, but just by chanting the Lord name, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, people will be able to move this. We see this is a kind of sinful montage which will be able to people will be doing, but just taking the name of Hari, people will be able to go back home, back to God. So Yudhishthir Maharaj said, and this Bhima was very amazed, and then he said, oh, is it like that? This people have the same. So people, though it's mentioned in this Kali Yuga also, in the Kali Yuga Upanishad, it says that so many fault is there. It says that people will be having alpa ayu, alpa buddhi, so man, then people will be always troubled. They will be always be troublesome. They will be very lazy. They will be very misguided. But just by taking the shelter of the holy name, people will be able to cross this material ocean of birth and death. And that's what Yudhishthir Maharaj says, that this is the solution which Kali Yuga will be having. So that's the beauty of Kali Yuga is there. And then what happened? We'll proceed. So this is the good quality of Kali Yuga which Yudhishthir Maharaj said to Bhima. And this is the same. It's mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 12, canto 12, chapter 3, 51 sloka. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti he ko mahaguna Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajat. It says, my dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the name of Lord Krishna, one can become free from this material bondage and will be promoted to the Transcendental Kingdom. So this story is about, so you see this is Parikshit Maharaj. This is the grandson of Yudhishthir Maharaj, and he is here in Srimad Bhagavatam Katha with Sukadev Goswami. So after Sukadev Goswami in this 12th canto, when he said, he's saying, See, he's saying, my dear king, although this Kali Yuga which is about to come is an ocean of faults, their peoples will be committing so many faults will be there, but still one good quality of Kali Yuga is there, which is not there in other yugas also. What is that good quality is there about this is just simply by chanting the name of the Hari, one can become atmos free from that material bondage and will be promoted to the spiritual kingdom. And that's the good quality about Kali Yuga is that we are very, very fortunate that we have got this knowledge and we have got this name, and that's will be able to go back home, back to Godhead in this age only. And let's see what further we is there. So what happened? One time, great sages, this is Srila Vyasdev is there. All those great sages went to meet Srila Vyasdev, and Vyasdev was calling Jai Kali Yuga, Jai Kali Yuga, Jai Kali Yuga. And these sages were said, I guess Srila Vyasdev have gone mad or what is happening? Why is he have written all those Vedas? He said, and then when he asked, so why are you chanting the name of Kali Yuga? Is there? I said, yeah, you have written all the Vedas, you have written Srimad Bhagavatam, you have written the same thing is there. And they say, yes, that's the benefit of Kali Yuga, is the Kali Yuga is about to come. So I have only written, and that's the reason I have only saying the benefit of this Kali Yuga is there, though so many faults is there. But just simply taking the Hari name, people will be able to cross this material nations, and then all this is, and that's the reason I have written, but still people sometimes don't follow it, and that's the reason I'm glorifying this yoga which is known as Kali Yuga, though people will be doing, but they will be able to cross this material ocean is there. So that's Srila Vyasdev, he was glorifying this Kali Yuga. So we can see this left hand side, we can see this, there is a mountain and there is not different, so many trees are not there. So this is one of the very most important mountain is there, which is Govardhan Parvat. This is Govardhan Parvat and is one of the most sacred mountains in the whole entire. Why? Because Lord Krishna have lifted this Govardhan Parvat in his hand. So it's a saying in Srimad Bhagavatam is saying anything which has been touched by the, or anything which gets in touch with the Lord, what happens? It's become spiritual, it's become sanctified, it's become sacred. And that's the reason we see this when devotees goes there and take a parikrama of this Govardhan Parvat, the other mountains will be there. It's not like the other. So saying when it's get touch, it will be there. We can see this is Parijat flower is there. If you're walking down on the roads, you'll be able to see this Parijat flowers lying down on the roads, but it doesn't have a value. The same flowers, if a devotee takes and then offer it to the Lord, just mute. Yeah, offered it to the Lord, the same flowers, it's become sacred, and then devotee says in the temple, please give me that flower, please give me that flower, because I want to just smell, because it's been touched with that holy of the holy feet of the Lord. It's been there. So that's the glory of about anything and everything which it's getting touched by the Lord, it becomes a sacred thing. So it's a saying, when we are chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the Lord is touching within our tongue, so that the whole body gets sanctified and we also become sacred. And that's the reason we'll be able to cross this ocean of birth and that. So that's the benefit which when we get associate, when we get take association of the holy name of the Lord. Let's see further. So this is there, one ticket to Golaka. So this is like self-explanatory is there. If you see, if you want to cross this material birth and death, so this is the cheapest and the surest ticket to go to Golaka. When we take our beads and when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we are able to transcendence this birth, this Kali Yuga, whatever is there, we are able to transcend this material ocean and we are able to go back home, back to Godhead. So this is one ticket to Golaka which we'll be able to do. So today, and this is a Japa session is there, and maybe I'll show you also how to chant. We'll chant one round, and after this, it's a saying, the devotees who actually taste the nectar of holy names, then only they will be able to like realize what I am talking about. And why we chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? We'll chant one time of Hare Krishna Mahamantra first, and then what will happen? We will see how. Where is that? Yes, we will see. Just a minute. Then what we will do, we will continue with our sessions. Still, there are a lot of times are there. I'll request devotees, if you have a chanting beads, you can bring your chanting beads and you can turn on your videos as well, if it is possible. So today I'm going to show you how we are able to chant, and tomorrow's also I'll be continuing this session. We'll talk about more. So for chanting, maybe as of now, you can just see this is known as bead bag, where we keep our chanting beads, and three things are necessary. One is known as Sakshi Mala. I'll be discussing this part 2 tomorrow. And one is needed is this Mala is needed. How to chant is now, I can show you, maybe devotees can say that this is known as Krishna Bila. I'll repeat it again tomorrow also. I'll be coming with the slides. But as of now, you can only see these beads are there. This is known as Krishna bead. And we start by taking Pancha Tattva Mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivashati, Gaura Bhakta, Vinda. And once we start chanting this Holy Krishna Mantra, we'll start from here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So what happened? This complete, we go from here, each bead we go, and then what happened? We come to this last of this bead, which is the broader point. Once we come here, what we do? We don't cross this Krishna bead. We just take this bead and just rotate it here, and then we again start with Pancha Tattva Mantra, and then we again read it there. So this is there. We'll chant one time of Hare Krishna Mahamantra now, and then we'll be singing why we are chanting Hare Krishna Mantra. So that is also there in this class, which we'll be covering today. So I'll request devotee, if it is possible, you can turn on your videos and unmute yourself, and then we'll chant one time of round Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashati Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhakta.
Okay, so you were able to hear the audio?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
So Balram Prabhu says he was not able to, so that's the reason.
Now I can hear. Prabhu, now I can.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, so we'll go ahead. So we saw how we are able to chant this one time of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So it's mentioned in the scriptures actually. Either you can take the name of Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Hari, Allah, or Christos also. So it's mentioned there. So when I was a small child, so I was in the boarding school from the age of 5 years. I was living in a hostel. So I was in a Catholic school. So there I learned, I saw my school fathers and the Christians friends were there. So they used to also have this rosary beads and they used to chant their rounds actually. And then they used to take the names of Christos. And there were a lot of friends were there who were Mohammedan. And so there, when their parents used to come and also I saw them, they were also chanting this on their rosary beads and they used to chant the name of Allah is there. And there's a saying, the most prayer which happens is there when we visit to hospital. So there we say they take out their chanting beads and then just a minute, I'll mute. Yeah, they chant, take out their name, and whatever the religious or whatever their faith is there, they chant the glories of their name. So I was also very fortunate when I came to this name. So it's mentioned in the scriptures also, or usually the Hindus is basically this religion. So sometimes they take the name of Rama, Krishna, and Govinda, and then they chant their names, such that basically maximum I have seen in the hospitals also, like they will be having the faith that yes, God is there, a supreme is there. So this is mentioned in this Kali Yuga, that just by chanting the holy name of the Lord, you will be able to pass through this material oceans of birth and death. So there are this different kinds of names of is there which the religions follow. So what is mentioned in the scriptures, which is recommended in this Kali Yuga process, will be able to, let's see what is there. So why we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? So that's our your will be question will be a lot of people will be having this question. So it's mentioned actually in this why Hare Mantra is there. So in this Kali Santarana Upasid, it's been mentioned. So it says Hari Om Dwaparanante Narada Brahmanan Jagma Katham Bhagwan Gam Paryatana Kalim Santeram Iti. So this is from Kali Santarana Upanishad. So there is a conversation between Lord Brahma and Lord Narada. So it's saying Hari Om. So this Narad Bhagwan tells, uh, after traveling all over the world, Sri Narad Muni approached to Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma is none other than his own father and his own spiritual master. So he's saying, during the time when Dwapar Yuga is about to end, he asked one question to Brahmaji. He said, "Oh Lord, how will all the living entities will be able to deliver themselves from the degraded age of Kali, which is about to become?" So this is the question Narad Muni asked to his father and his spiritual master. He's saying Dwapar is about to begin, and every yuga has one recommendation. Is there through that recommendation he will be able to go back home, back to Godhead? And then this Brahmaji said, "Yes, you have asked the most important question and relevant question, which is for the benefit of humanity." So Brahmaji said, you whatever questions you are posing, this the coming days, the people when after reading this one, they will be able to cross this one. So he's saying, I will tell you now the most concealed secrets of the Vedic literatures, with the help of which everyone can easily cross this most dangerous age of Kali. So Brahmaji says here, simply by chanting the transcendental names of the original enjoyer and the supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Narayana, all the sins will be cleansed in this Kali Yuga. So we have seen, though people will be committing so many sins in this Kali Yuga, but what will happen? So people will be doing so many sinful activities. That say sinful activities will be like a huge mountain. But when somebody chants the holy name of the Lord, what will happen? All their sinful activity will be just cleansed in a fraction of a second, and then they will be able to go home to God. So Brahmaji is saying simply by chanting this transcendental name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then when Brahmaji gave this knowledge to Narad Bhagwan, then Narad Bhagwan asked one more question. It's been there is a conversation between Brahmaji and Narad Muni, and then Narad Bhagwan asked one more question to you. Yeah, you are saying just by taking the names of the Lord, we'll be able to cleanse all our sinful activities. And then Narad Muni asked Narada, Punha Prapa Rakshatan Namakin. So in the fourth, and he's asked, Narad Muni asked to Lord Brahma, what are those specific names of the Lord which are the most effective in Kali Yuga? So you're saying by taking the name of the Lord, people will be able to cross this material ocean of birth and death, and they will be able to go back home, back to Godhead. So Narada Muni says, can you tell me, Brahmaji, can you tell my father, what are those specific names of this Kali Yuga which people will be taking the name, and this will be the most effective in Kali Yuga? So then Narada Muni, when he asks, let's see what Brahmaji answers this. He says, Sahovacha Hiranya Garbha. So why is he saying? It means Hiranya Garbha means Brahma here. So he said Brahmaji Vacha. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodha Shakham. Nam. So Brahmaji is saying, Iti Shodh Akshakam Nam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam Nata Paratrora Paya Sarva Vedishu Drishyate. So Brahmaji himself is saying that when somebody chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. So this 16 names of the Lord is known as Iti Shodha Shakam Nam. So when somebody takes the 16 words name of this mantra, and especially it's meant for this Kali Yuga, what is happening, whatever sinful activities the people might have committed, it will destroy all this contamination of the Kali. And though so many people will be Manda Buddhi, Alpai will be there, but people will be able to, just by simply chanting the name of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he or she will be able to save himself by the contamination of the Kali Yuga. And then Brahmaji further says, there is no alternative in all the Vedas except the chanting of this 16 word mantra. So that's the reason Brahmaji here it is saying to Narada, and it's mentioned in the scriptures also about this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that it is very beneficial, and if somebody is taking this 16 words of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he will be able to cross this material birth of death and will be able to go back home to Godhead. And even when he's present in this when he's living also in this Kali Yuga, so whatever impurities of Kali Yuga is there, the contamination won't be touching you. So that's the benefit of chanting Mahamantra. We are seeing why Mahamantra. So that's the benefit. It is coming from the scriptures, and even Lord Brahmaji have suggested to Narada Bhagwan. So that was maybe this is a quick part one of today class which we have done. And tomorrow we will be seeing a very important. Just we wanted you to also come and see this also. So tomorrow we'll be saying, when we are chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there are 60 names are there. What are the specific names? We'll be discussing more about that when we chant the holy name of the Lord. We'll be seeing what are those names, how to chant our rounds, what are do's, what are nots, what are things required when we are chanting the name. So part 2 is there. We'll be discussing again tomorrow. So thank you, devotees, for joining today Japa session class. If any devotees have any other questions, they can ask. And tomorrow, please do not forget to join this class, because tomorrow actually today we have seen why and how to do, what to do. Tomorrow we'll be seeing why chanting the names, and we'll explain you each words to another. So thank you, devotees, for joining today class. We'll meet again at tomorrow 7 p.m. If devotees are having any other questions, they can ask.